Back in September, I went to the Radville Back For More tour and ride out. It was an 80s era inspired BMX demo that featured legends like Ron Wilkerson, Dave Nourie, Mark Eaton, Brian Blyther, and Simon Tabron with Kevin Martin on the mic. The event was held in the parking lot on the southwest side of Cunningham Park. And it's crazy how I've never been to that side of the park with as much time as I spend there working on the trails. But anyways, Saturday was the event day, and it was looking like it wasn't going to happen due to the rainy forecast, but we got lucky with a small break in the clouds, which gave the guys enough time to do the event.
Yeah, we met a couple times. How you doing? Fan, how you doing? Thanks. How you? All right.
BMX Freestyle wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for all you guys, for every single guy. We came here, we want to do the show for all the guys who got their first pair of CW bars, or the first Oakley 3 grips. Oh, pegs, when pegs were invented. Who got their first pair of pegs? Yeah. You guys ready to have some fun today?
Yeah! We're here at the Radville Show. It's the Harrow Show. Ron Wilkerson, the whole crew representing here, doing a tour. Yeah, so we got the BMX legends here, the Harrow BMX legends here representing. I got my dude Chris Howes here representing. I knew it was going to be a big reunion when I got here. You were here since the beginning. How was it?
Awesome. Like everything you could have hoped for. Just like, you know, showing up at demos like this, you know, when we started out. Right. 30 years ago, whatever it is now. Just great to see this and like kids taking runs at the ramp. So it's great seeing the OGs and the next generation and everything in between, man. It makes for an awesome day.
What's going on? What's going on?
We've been on the road now for about 5 weeks. We put it together about 2 years ago, and we've been in talks every other week on a conference call to get it done, and it's kind of slow, but once we started picking up speed, and some of the riders were getting hurt along the way because this, and we got it all together, pulled the laces tight. We did a show in Seattle about 5 weeks ago, and then we went over and did 4 shows in Europe. Saw old friends everywhere, including here, you know? And then finishing here is great for me because I'm a New Haven kid. But I spent my teenage years riding in the city with LB and Pete Rivera and all these old school guys. So it's good to see all the faces and the PA guys. I got New England guys here. It's all good. But man, New York delivered again, man.
So here we are. We're in nowhere, New York City, at some park, and we're here live with. I don't know. I don't know. There's his brother. There's Chris Wong. He's got narcolepsy. He falls asleep all the time. Today they just finished a wonderful tour, and they had to finish it in Ron Wilkerson style, where Ron was just like, you know what? I'm not going to end this on just like my cool little. We used to call it an acid drop, the backwards drop, and no, I'm not leaving here till I break my collarbone. And God damn it, he gave us what we wanted. So God bless Ron Wilkerson. There he is right there.
There he is right there, yep.
Yeah. Broken collarbone and everything.
So for me, I saw the 85 tour, but I didn't know anyone then. Like I was just a local guy, and of course later on I became involved with Harrow like soon after that, like a year after that. And so I did a bunch of tours with them, worked for Ron, and then I did 2-hit Wilkerson Airline tour and stuff like a lot of GT shows, a lot of Diamondback shows and all that stuff. And then I kind of disappeared like end of the 90s. I got on the fire department and got my paramedic, and I just sort of changed my focus. And then about 2009, the old school came calling and like, hey, we got to talk about this old stuff. And the sport's gotten so big that really there's been a call to it. There's so many books out right now and documentaries and stuff like that. So I'm fortunately able to be very involved because I was there and I like to tell the story. So that's what we're doing. We're going to spend the next several years just doing what we can do as long as we can.
Yeah, that's
but
awesome.
We appreciate you.
Al, what do you think of my friend's chain? I mean, that's pretty risky to walk around with that chain.
There you go.
That ain't nice money.
He's pimping.
He's pimping. Hell yeah, he's pimping.
I'm just here in the scene, man. I came through kind of late, but I was just happy to find the place, and it has the real good feel of being in the parking lot. Like when I was a kid growing up, you see the GT shows, it would be in like a parking lot or something, you know what I mean? And it would be just like this, swag going on all around. Everywhere you look, there's a ramp, there's some people doing flatland, it's teaching you some skill. Yeah, man, there's a lot more that you can do and you can continue to do with this craft on the bicycle, and I love it, man. So, that's why we're here, man, just to support and always try to, see what's going on, man, and get with it, keep it going as long as we can,
It was a great time. We got to see some old school heads all over the place.
It's so funny.
Repping the old man.
Yeah. I like that, though. That's crazy. And they got pegs in it, too. I didn't realize that.
Pegs.
Props to Poor Boy Steve. That's a Poor Boy Steve.
Poor Boy Steve?
That's a Poor Boy Steve shirt. Well, we started like a month ago in Seattle and used Ron Wilkerson's quarter, which is almost exactly like this. In practice, Simon broke his collarbone. So he didn't want, he couldn't ride the next day. So they asked me to ride kind of in place of Simon because we were pretty low on ramp riders. So I did. And then our other homie from Mount Shasta, Juan Carlos Lancelotti, he rode. And then they were like, dudes, if you guys want to go on the rest of the tour, you guys did amazing. The crowd loved you. If you can get yourselves to Europe, we'll get you hooked up with places to stay and all the itineraries. So we went overseas and did Cologne, Germany. And man, the dudes hooked us up in Cologne, those locals, so rad. It was the 40th anniversary of the BMX Worlds in Cologne too. So we were there for that. Bunch of BMX heads were in town to see. The high air contest was insane. Josh Dove won that. And then from there, we went to Paris. We did just kind of like a pop-up show at the base of the Eiffel Tower. It was so badass. We just started doing flatland. Pretty soon, we had this 10-deep crowd around us, just like, woo! And then from there, we went to the UK, did 2 shows in the UK, and then New York City's wrapped it up. And we were so pumped to be coming back to U.S. soil.
After the demo, I wanted to show my Mullaly fam the Cunningham Trails because this was the first time most of them was out at Cunny. So I definitely wanted to show them the spots, but the rain finally did come and it was a downpour. Stuff was coming down like crazy. But the forecast said it wasn't supposed to last that long, so we thugged it out under some trees till it passed. We're going to do a look away. All right. Ready, and look away. A couple, we can do a couple. That's just videoing. Alright, cool. Yo, what up, y'all? It's Al Kane, ChickenCane.com. Got the Mullaly crew representing right here. At the jet line. It's a little rainy, but we came out here to check it out because I can't stand it. The jet line is water resistant. Like everything else is wet, and this joint right here is dry. Like seriously dry. They had a crazy big storm, and like this joint is dry.
Properly caught.
Just a lot of leaves on the trail. That's about it. Look how wet he is, and look how dry the trail is. That's crazy. After the jet line, we headed over to the pump track for some laps. We had fun over there, but we had to keep it moving because it was getting late.
What do you think, Rob?
It's dope.
Fun, right?
It's a good workout, man.
Yeah.
So we headed over to the next spot, which was the PlayStation. We had a fun session over there, and it was great to see my dudes Rob and Cassio getting busy on the dirt.
Yeah.
Rob. That's definitely a fun lap.
The Hell Track dirt jump section was closed because of the rain, but we did get a picture in and we just kept it moving because it was getting late. So I took the Mullaly fam back to the subway, which was a little bit of a hike on the bike, but it was a good time to break out some manuals. I got 2 good manis in, and the second manual I did down the hill was pretty epic. Definitely one of my longest ones of the year.
No. It's been a delight hanging out with you. I love you, my brother.
Yeah, you know everything, man. We had a good time.
It was good to see the dirt dumps. It was good to see.
Yeah, I want to come back. I definitely want to come back.
Yeah, when y'all do, let me know, man, because you already know.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Crazy Al Kane, ChickenCane.com, CACTV. You know what I'm saying? Representing right here. We are in Cunningham Park, the other side, the part y'all don't know about. Yeah, you got a bunch of bikes to send to the website, man. Damn. Gee. Yeah, man, send them all. The new home for all his bikes is gonna be on Bike of the Day on ChickenCane.com.
Absolutely, yes.
Charlie Chase in the place. Charlie Chase from the Bronx in the place.
I'm here because it's just like reminiscing of back in the days. I was here yesterday. Saw Ron, Dave, Brian. It was good. It was good. It was a good show. And yeah, now I'm just gonna do a ride out.
Yeah,
You don't do this every day. You work
right.
and no play.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Today is play day.
Play day.
Play day today.
Yep. A reissue Groundmaster from '91.
Woo! My thing is sweet.
Yeah.
Gotta send it in for Bike of the Day.
I moved to New Jersey in 1988, and first group of kids that I met riding BMX, I had to get it, and they're just a great group of guys, and so I'm here just to represent the scene from Colonia, New Jersey.
Nice.
Harold, this is a Matthias frame, and just a custom build during pandemic.
Nice.
I needed something to do.
Right.
But just love riding around.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Sugar King. So this one I rode in D.C. And this one was actually in a drive-by.
Oh,
I was riding this, and it was a drive-by. I had a duck take cover.
Really?
And after I was like, thank goodness, he's alive and safe, the next thing, what I was thinking? Grab my master and get the hell out of here.
right.
But yeah, 86.
Gonna put some miles on this one today?
Oh yeah, we're going for a ride.
Oh yeah.
My name is Dennis. I'm from Coney Island, New York, Brooklyn. Been a fan of this stuff back in the day. My mother was like, why are you taking off of work to go to a bike show? I'm like, remember the posters on my wall? It's those guys. It's old GT, mostly repop parts. I have all the OG parts, but I don't want to ruin them because I ride it every day.
Right. A lot of people came through. We're gonna do a nice little ride out. It's not really a little ride out. We're gonna be going kind of far.
What up? Here for the ride out?
Yeah.
Rock on.
This is from 1997. Splatter Red Dino.
Yeah.
Everything else, I changed it up. Everything's changed up the way I like it, the way, it fits me.
Right,
right. And that's about it. Everything, it's a good ride.
And you got the snake joint.
Oh yeah.
The S-post.
The snake post. The snake post, yes.
Yeah, my name's Fred Gates. This is our company, Reclamation.
Ooh.
This is the 10-year anniversary, not this frame, but this one's kind of the prototype one that first came out.
Nice.
You can pick them up at Flatland Fuel, Flat Society, and I think Elby's might have. We just decided to, why not make a company?
This Reclamation skidge, I've been riding this since 2015. It's just changing colors.
Nice.
This is a Gen 2 frame, second run, welded on brake mounts and all that stuff. It's been through it. This one's getting retired in about 20 days.
Nice.
That's it. You can get us on Facebook or Instagram. Those are the best ways to get hold of us. We're currently building a new store.
Okay.
So that's getting all done. JF up in Montreal is handling all that stuff, so we can get all that stuff lined out.
You got the tic-tac-toe joints? I never seen that before. That's fire.
I picked this tire up in Brooklyn on Friday because I blew out on the way here. My old tire did. So I don't know if they're any good, but they feel good.
Yo,
I was running the track marks.
Right.
And they're good too, but it only says like 50, but I like it.
That's dope, tic-tac-toe.
And these are all my friends. You got Stosky from Chicago, John Yu, all these guys, man.
Dope.
Def BMX, Gary, out in California.
Nice. Whenever we do these little ride outs and we got like a bunch of OGs, that daggone BMX Bandit song keeps playing in my head. Yeah. BMX. Oh. The next day, the weather was perfect for the ride out. The plan was to ride to Maloof Skate Park in Flushing Meadow Park on our way to Manhattan. Unfortunately, Ron couldn't make it for the ride because he was injured pretty bad from that fall and wound up going to the hospital. But the rest of the guys from the tour came out for the ride. We put in some miles to get to Maloof, but it was great. Just some big kids having fun on bikes. Oh, they gonna have to wait. Oops, sorry. They gonna have to wait. Oh. When we got to Flushing Meadow Park, we headed straight to Maloof Skate Park. All right, so we are here on this little tour right now of New York. We're in Queens, representing, about to head to the city. And we got the guys out here, the Harold Tour, the Radville Tour happening right now. And we're at Maloof Skate Park. It's on the way to the city. I thought we'd a cool spot to stop by, and the guys are enjoying it right now.
Yeah, nice ride out. Can't ask for a better day. Bluebird,
Snuck in the show yesterday before the rain. Then the monsoon opened up right after. But all good, man. Thanks to Al Sugarcane for showing us around the city. We're going to have some fun down in Times Square.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
After a few laps, we gravitated to the big platform for a fun flatland session. It was so much fun watching the legends getting busy on their bikes, and I was so hyped that I even snuck in a few tricks. It's funny because whenever I come to Maloof, I'm always looking for something to jump, but this platform was perfect for flatland, and the freshly painted World's Fair structure made a cool backdrop for the session.
All right, so everybody look at the camera. Yeah. Yeah. Everybody look away from the camera. I think we good. All right, y'all. So we're almost there at the city. The city's like right there. We're about to get over the Queenbridge, and I want to get some shot of that. So I'm got the camera out right now. We're gonna make it happen. Got the whole squad here representing, having a good time, representing, and we're about to complete this little trip from Queens to Manhattan.
Next up, we continued our ride through Queens to get to the city, and I have to say, I really love all the bike lanes that we have all over the 5 boroughs. It makes riding around the city a lot more fun and safer. So after all that riding, it was time to go over Queensbridge into Manhattan. We rode over the bridge, got a nice little leg pump going. You know how the bridge is with all the scooters and people flying back and forth. But we had a good time going over the bridge and checking out the views. Once we got into Manhattan, we rode down to Times Square, and the guys found the perfect spot to start busting out the tricks.
Times Square. About to meet up with the guys. They all love us.
A few minutes into the session, people started to form a circle around us to check out the tricks. At this point, it went from a little session to a straight up BMX show. The guys were killing it with the tricks, and the crowd was loving it. It was definitely a moment I couldn't pass up, so I threw in some tricks myself. It was my first time doing a session like that in Times Square, and it was crazy that I was doing it with these BMX legends. Like Dave Nourie. I mean, I grew up watching this guy doing flatland, so that's real crazy doing a session with those guys right in Times Square. Yo, we straight up could have put out a collection hat and made some money after that session. At this point, we caught up with the legend Brian Blyther. He actually caught up with us at Times Square when we was doing the tricks, and he actually filmed me doing some of my tricks. So big shout out to Brian for doing that, man. Really appreciate that. Brian wasn't able to ride with us or do the show because of an injury, but he met up with us at Times Square to hang out. After that, I took the crew to a pizza spot. Now, you know, pizza spot in New York City is gonna be good, but that spot had the worst pizza though. It wasn't even as good as the typical 99-cent pizza spots. Like, how is that even possible in New York City? Out of all the spots, I had to pick the whack one.
Got D blocks right here representing.
The Maniac, Port of Live, NYC,
Flatland action on.
Manhattan to be exact. Yeah, that's a fact.
Finally got to Columbus Circle, where we met up with another BMX legend, D Blocks. That's right, D Blocks came down and met us at Columbus Circle, and it was a fun session over there, but I didn't catch much of it because my cameras were bugging out, and I just wanted to ride truthfully.
It's coming back.
Smelling it all day. Look up the ride. It's there. It just makes you want to. There you go. Look at the time frame. That'll give us an idea. You guys got 6 o'clock? We got to be at there. We don't have 9 o'clock flight. We got a little time.
Yeah, we got Philly area. We got bikes. Yeah.
I tried to get some quick interviews with everybody before we headed back to Queens, but I didn't realize my wireless mic batteries were already dead or dying. I got the video part, but I didn't get the audio part because the microphone was dead. So it's one of those times where I really could have just had the microphone unplugged from the camera just to get that footage. Would have been cool. But we had an epic weekend hanging out with the guys, checking out the tour, riding to the city. You know, it was really, really fun. Big shout out to Vinny from Radville for putting this together with the guys and doing a tour and coming to New York City. This should be an annual thing, man. We should definitely do it again next year, so I'm looking forward to that. So that's all the footage that I got from the Radville Back For More tour in New York City. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Of course, I got a lot more content coming, and I'll holler at you later. Back to you, Billy.